Hi everyone, how are you doing? Let's start with, how is your weather? Weather seems to be the topic of the day. Our weather is supposed to get warmer and warmer. What did you say, Polly? It's going to be how hot? What day it's going to be hot?
Um, it's gonna be 78 next week.
Next week? How about on the weekend?
60 to 68 to one day 70.
Is Mother's Day going to be nice?
Yes, 63.
No rain?
No
Is there
rain.
any rain forecast
Today there
today?
is rain.
So, usually, as luck has it, or unluck, usually on Mother's Day, the weather is notoriously bad. I've noticed that. Father's Day is always nice. And how I know that is because I remember when my first husband and I were separated, like we would get together with the kids, like on Mother's Day, he'd take us out. This is when during our separation. And on Father's Day, we'd usually go together with him to this, like it's amusement park with a water slide thing or a water park. I don't know. I don't like that kind of stuff. But anyhow, we did that. We did that. Yes, we didn't have a yucky divorce until his little hoochie coochie came along, and then everything went down the tubes. So I was really pleased that he was able to get along for the sake of our kids, and we were doing the right thing. But then some old hag came into the picture, and of course, then she didn't like he was spending time with his kids and all that. But anyhow, that's not what I was going to talk about. I was checking the weather. So hopefully Mother's Day will be good. But what have we found, Polly? They say one thing in the forecast and then it turns into something else.
Yep.
So it could even snow. Who knows? We're still in that area of gotta have a snow brush, your boots, your hat, your sunglasses, your sun visor. Well, I wear a sun visor because I've had skin cancer so many times. For all 4 seasons, we just still never know. It's still too early to know what season you're in. But I know what season we're in is allergies. Is anyone having problems with allergies and sinus? Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, I have terrible sinus headache. But that is life. So anyhow, back to the topic at hand. I've been watching some videos because I have nothing else to watch. And I heard this woman talking about, I think it's something about how to find a good man or right man or one to date or marry. I don't really remember the topic, but anyhow, she had a list, and it's funny when, you look at things in hindsight. The list, she goes down the list and says, what was one that got me inspired to do this video was, what was it? What was it? I don't remember exactly what the one was, but something like, is he nice? Well, of course he's nice. Like my mom used to say, they're always nice at the beginning. Is he helpful? Well, of course they are at the beginning. I remember when he used to come here, we had a long distance relationship. Oh, there's that thumb again. um, and he would come here and he'd sometimes mow my lawn, clean the pool for me. I don't have the pool anymore. It's sort of, before you get married, it's I do, and afterward, it's he doesn't. But also said, what were I should have wrote it down. What were the other things? Oh, something she said about church. She said, if he goes to church, well, maybe you've been talking right before you met. Sometimes it depends, but we were talking a lot, so, we talked about each other, and I said, I go to church on Sunday. So, of course, I'm not saying this is everybody. This is just my situation. So, someone like in that scenario might say they go to church. And they may go to church. Like, I think she was about marrying, about things to look out for when you want to marry someone. Things in common. So they could pretend they're going to church. They could pretend they're helping you. They could put on a big show. Oh, I wish I could remember the one thing that really got me going, that made me want to do this video. And then she was talking about Does he hold the chair, pull out the chair for you, open the car door? The things that I was born at the wrong period of life. I should have been born long, long ago to have those things, because I'm sure there are men that do that. I'm sure. Actually, when I used to go out dancing, like I said, I used to always look for an older gentleman because they were a gentleman. But, I think those days are generally gone. I mean, maybe you're lucky and you have one of those guys. I personally would like someone to pull out a chair and open a door. I know other women may say, I can open my own door, and that's fine. We each have our own thing, but I think it's nice. I'm not like in the stereotype, a man does this, a woman does this, by no means. Women can work and men should be changing diapers. But I think it's nice. It's like, get your woman in the car safely and then walk around. It's just what I like. But I'm still thinking as I'm talking that basically anything she said, if you go upon those things during your dating, or I guess years ago they called it courting, that's false. And again, not for everyone. Maybe you get the one that is true and they continue on. But, in my case, I got someone who totally, totally lied to me from the get-go. He said he liked fishing, and I like to fish. He even bought me a fishing pole. And that was when we were dating. So we've been married quite a while. Guess what? I have never used that fishing pole. Nope. Never took me fishing. Hiking. We used to hike. I like to hike. Again, something I mentioned. I like to hike. So we hiked, but guess what? After I do, it was he didn't. No hiking, no walking, nothing. So, that's a slippery slope, I would say, if that's the definition of it. But you really can't go by that. So basically, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever marry again. No, I would never marry again. Because, first of all, you got to have about 50 grand in the bank to get out of it. Even though, being Catholic, I believe you should get married. Well, not anymore. I did believe that. But twice burned, no, you don't need that little piece of paper because it means nothing. Again, only my opinion. I'm still trying to think. What was that one thing she said that really made me chuckle? Oh, what an old word, chuckle. What was it she said? I just started to laugh. Not laugh at her, but laugh at, like, do you really believe what you're saying? But basically, because when you're talking to people, if you're in a situation where you talk first, you're giving away things about yourself, which you shouldn't. Like, then we were both, well, at the time I was going through my divorce. He was divorced, so you kind of, well, he didn't share, he didn't really share anything, so I guess that would have been a red flag. But anyhow, I shared things, and my divorce turned ugly, like I said, when he got his little bimbo there. I shouldn't call her bimbo. Isn't a bimbo someone younger and hot? I don't know. She was an old woman who didn't like him paying child support, so he stopped and all that. So, but anyhow. But, so as we were dating, I just shared those things with him because I was always going to family court trying to get, the child support reinstated. So he knew. So then, when it came time for him, when he was done with this, he's like, oh, wow, let me do it here again. Let's do, what's that movie, Groundhog Day. But anyhow, the story would have been better if I wrote it down because it was just so funny, the things she was saying. Again, I'm not laughing at her. It was just funny, like, I hope, there's my thumb, sorry. I hope she doesn't believe those things that, that they really are. Oh, yeah, is he good with animals and children? Someone can put a act on. Like, we did walk at the canal a few times. Well, a lot of times before we were married. And, there would be ducks there. And, I'd say, oh, I love the ducks. And he agreed. And then there were children. And, of course, when I met him, I had 5 children. And, And I'd say, oh, look how cute, and he'd agree, and, he just probably agreed. And, you see an animal, and he after, well, I don't know how many years ago, he would talk real bad about animals, like, oh, I just would like to throw that cat around across the room. We have those 200 cats next door. Those people have 200 cats, I should say, or skin the cat and everything. So if I went by her rules, they're not true. So I don't know. I hope she doesn't believe these things that, if they're this and that, this is how they're going to be. The one point she did make, you have to be happy with yourself. You can't count on a man to make you happy. And that is really important. Because if you do, and if it doesn't work, your life's just going to fall apart. And I know it's hard sometimes. I think it's more harder for people who don't like to be alone. I don't like to be alone. I don't like it. I never liked it. I don't know, it was all those thunderstorms and lightning I had to live through when my mom was working. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. I'm just a person who doesn't like to. My first husband said he was a black sheep of the family, a loner, so he didn't mind to be alone. I think the second guy at some point after I do said he doesn't mind being alone, but he didn't say that before. Me, I don't like being alone. I wanted to grow old with someone, but it didn't work out that way. But anyhow, maybe I'll think of what she said. It was very interesting. But anyhow, how do you think, if you've been with one husband or two, or one relationship or two or whatever, were these things true? The things you saw, the things he said, did they continue on or did they change? I know we all change as people and grow, but you would think for the better. So I guess it would be more of a ex relationship or an ex from marriage. Did you see they changed? Did you see what they said that should have been red flags? Just wondering. It just bothers me. I got to start writing things down. But anyhow, let me know. Share your story of, did it start out good? The things that they said or did they continue on? Especially, the ones who broke up in a relationship or marriage. Did you find that those things that were said or done, the good things, did they not happen anymore? Was that just a con? I'd just be interested to know. So comment below. I hope you're enjoying the nice weather if you have it. I hope you're not suffering from allergies and sinuses. And don't forget to subscribe. Share my channel. It would really help us. Press the like button if you like it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put up a video, which is usually every day, but lately it seems to be every other day. Don't forget to be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Stay safe. Pray for all the people. And never be alone. Never feel alone. Because as I said, we all live under the same big blue sky. So when you feel lonely, just look up into the sky and think, hey, that person I listened to on YouTube, she's under this same sky. We're really all in the same place, but not, if that makes any sense. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you share your stories. I'd be interested to see. What was that book? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I never got it. I really wanted to read that book. But I just want to know if if your stories ended successfully or not. Did they keep their promises? Did they continue to be who they said? Or did they change? So anyhow, see you again. Bye.